Heading down that highway to my coat. 2 wheels and an engine is all I need. I'm running on caffeine and gasoline. I'm running on caffeine and gasoline.
I don't know, man. That's another probably 100 plus people for the next event.
Yeah, this next one's gonna be just as big, dude. We'd like to see if you can come in for a few minutes. Do you mind?
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Do a cool cafe racer project. What would you think about a raffle and give the proceeds to charity?
I think it's cool.
600 tickets in this bucket right here.
I'm only willing to support a good cause, support a good company, a good group of people like this.
Making dreams come true.
Hey dude, what's up?
Hey Danny, what's happening, man?
Oh, you know, it's coming in for work. Oh, what's that?
Working on the new t-shirt design for the shop. Trying to do a kind of a roasters style.
Yeah, dude,
design.
that's rad. I like the coffee beans with the eyes. It's sick.
Cool, man. Yeah. Dude, we're selling so much merch now that it's like trying to get, new designs out as much as we possibly can. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, I've been working in design, right? That's what I'm going to school for.
Graphic design?
Yeah, graphic design.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's it. Yeah, dude, like if you ever need help or whatever, just let me know. I've been working on stuff anyways and using, Russ's Gold as like schoolwork.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, seriously, we're like overwhelmed with everything that we're doing.
Oh,
we're
no
trying
way.
We're trying to get actually like a pit crew design together. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Actually I have my laptop. Let me show you what I've been working on.
Awesome.
And see if I'm in the right vibe.
All right.
Yeah, this is a personal project of mine that, I don't.
So Daniel's been with us just over a couple months now and really just found out that he wants to be a graphic designer. This could really help us a lot as Thaison and I are getting ready to get back into race season, working on our bikes, going out and testing stuff. It'd be nice to have somebody with a creative eye that can help take some of the load off of the design work. T-shirts, branding, mugs, all of that stuff. So I talked to Daniel a little bit about it. We're going to give him a shot, let him try a couple of designs. I'm hoping the dog t-shirt is not what we're going to get.
So having a vintage bike is tough in general. Everybody knows keeping a vintage bike on the road is like one of the hardest things you can do. But to actually keep it on the track and make it track worthy, now that's almost like impossible. So having Steve Brown with us here today, it's going to be kind of awesome because he's like racing royalty, like racing legend. And he's going to walk us through the 350 and the CBs, Hondas, things like that. And any sort of insight that we can get for rig racing to keep us on the track and keep us faster is, a step in the right direction. So I personally chose this 1978 CB 550 here, and it started off its life as a cafe racer way before I got into like vintage racing. And the idea was to strip this thing down, take off the headlights, take off the tail lights, just bring it back to its bare bones basic level. And that's what those are the kind of things, those are the kind of elements that we need when you're on that racetrack. You got to strip your bike down and make it super lightweight.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend first?
Yeah, well, Thaison, we talked about the foot peg position was the first thing, right? And the ideal mount for a foot peg on a road racer is right in the middle of the swing arm, and you split the axle and your swing arm pivot. You want it about 6 inches back, dead even. So what's going to happen here is you're going to drag this. You are leaning this thing over pretty good. And my fear, because these are low, these are great for cafe racer, but they're not high enough for a road racer. Mm-hmm. You got good tires, you're really leaning the bike over. So you're going to hit this, it's going to lift the rear tire, you're going to skid out, and then it's going to high side you and spit you off. You've got stock gearing on this thing still. Sure. It's just the way it came, right? So ideally, what you've got to do, because Sandia is so short, you've got to go to a smaller countershaft sprocket, right? So I'm going to bring you a chart ratio that shows you what your actual ratio is between front and rear sprocket, and it's a chart you can read, and we've got to get this smaller and this bigger. also we're working with Thaison at his second season here at SMRI. So we had a couple of things we were focused on the bike. The first was the gearing to make sure Sandy is a short circuit. We run at about 6,000 feet, so you really got to back the gearing down. So we changed some of his sprockets, changed up his gearing a little. The thing that concerned me the most, and just glancing at Thaison's race bike, was his foot pegs were too low. Great position for a cafe racer running around town, more comfortable for sure, but he's bending this thing over late in the season, and especially starting into his second season. So we had to get the foot pegs up about 1.5 inches or so and move them back about another inch and a half to make him safe. Cut off his kickstand bracket. Going to work with air pressure, suspension, and looking for him to get comfortable with this new setup. How he takes off, how the bike comes right up on the cam. I mean, he was geared way too tall last season, Steve. So I could just hear by the tone of the bike, especially first 3 gears hard. Yeah. When he's pulling red line, it's going to get him out of the hole. It's going to drive off the corners. And I think he looks more comfortable on the bike with his feet up and back and in line with that swing arm like we talked about. Right. I think once we raise the tail and drop the nose, that's going to help a little. We need to get his front brake lever down so he's not kinking up his hand and creating a carpal tunnel syndrome, because that'll be hard on him on a race. But overall, we've made some big progress already. I'm ready to see him. Yeah.
It sounds good. You can hear it
for sure.
So the shakedown run was pretty good. I got to figure out the linkage a little bit more here. I'm missing gears. It's kind of going in and out of gearing between like second and third every once in a while. The feet position felt a lot better. I'm able to tuck in a little bit tighter on this bike. And then also what made a huge difference is changing up the gearing, like Steve said. Going down a tooth or two in the front and then a tooth in the back. And this thing is, it's got way more torque out of the corners than what I had last year, which is going to be a tremendous help, because that's what was eating my lunch last year, was the fact that I just couldn't get out of my corners fast enough. And I think this is going to make a huge difference.
Willie's just like being such a monster. Like, we've been paying all this money to like get him trained so he's not like attacking or lunging at other dogs, and he still does it. And the trainer's like, well, it just takes time, but like, how much time is it gonna take? I just wish he could be perfect like my dog Dolly, who is the best dog in the whole world.
Wait, and who are we talking about?
Willie.
Who's Willie?
Willie's my new dog. He's the one that's like acting crazy.
Here comes Thaison.
Oh, don't worry about me, guys. I got this. Just hang tight. Chill out.
Oh man. All right.
What do you guys think? It's the new brand we've been working on.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. I dig the color, man. I think that's that orange is nice. You know, I like orange.
Yeah.
What you got going on there? Already? Really?
Oh, yeah.
You wear the band shirt to the show you're seeing.
To the victor goes the spoil.
Yeah,
dude.
I guess if you get to pick up the shirt, you get to
pick up the
shirt.
shirt. You know, we might lose one in inventory here and there.
Yeah.
Good to know.
One falls off the truck every now and then.
This is good, man. I like the idea of promoting our roasting.
No, totally.
It's really cool.
Promotes the roasters. The heritage brand, I think, is going to sell huge.
Rad.
It's right on brand with like everything we've been trying to build here. So
yeah,
stoked on that.
Aren't we going down to El Paso next month?
Yeah, in about a month, man.
A lot of Harleys down in El Paso.
Yeah.
Harley country.
Yeah.
Well, let's take those down there.
Yeah,
those will do well.
I think that shirt's going to be a big hit down there when we go.
Super cool.
I think also too, like, let's take a couple of the roasters and just see what happens. People, you know, they always ask what we do here.
Sure. So, did you know Danny's a graphic designer in the making?
Yeah.
Danny,
Yeah, that's what I'm going to school for, dude.
keeping secrets.
Yep, that's it.
What kind of graphic designs? You working on dog stuff or what?
You have no idea. Actually.
Yeah.
Doing like
Side project.
dog t-shirts?
No, I mean,
What's going on?
this is what I want to be doing. So I'm pretty psyched to, you know, maybe
Cool.
contribute a little bit.
I told him maybe he can come up with a design for the mechanic shirt and the coveralls.
Totally.
See what he comes up with.
Yeah, you know, just keep in mind the heritage kind of aspect,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
take a little bit of load off of Steve here. He's stressing out on design work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You know, heavy is the head that wears the crown, my friend.
Yeah.
So I picked up an old Aramaki Italian Harley-Davidson motorcycle a couple years ago. Actually, our friend Ron Senna found it, and it was a complete basket case. It was rusted out. It was just falling apart, needed a ton of work, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I took a long time putting it together, but when Thaison started talking about doing some flat tracking, I thought, well, maybe this is the bike to do it. I got our buddy Chris Franco, Sparky, who's the electrical expert, to come over and help do a new coil and CDI.
We're getting Steve's flat track bike wired up, and hopefully it's going to work. Steve's put a lot of time into this thing. I've seen this thing when rust really was gold, but not really.
Went down to Las Lunas and I met with our friend Tom Intresian, who taught me how to lace the wheels so we could put some 19-inch wheels on there. And I just got it all back together, and that two-stroke motor with the compression release has turned out to be a really cool bike.
The first time we wired something or we built a bike that fired up the first time we tried.
We're going to take it out here in just a minute. Bill Horn and myself are going to go run it on the flat track and do a little test and tune on it. So you can tell this sounds amazing, and I think it's going to be a fun day. We're going to go see how these two strokes run on the flat track after being resurrected from the dead.
Hi, I'm Bill Horn. I'm 66 years old and just got back into flat track racing. I started when I was 13. I met Steve and Thaison and all the guys here, and kind of cool that they had me go to the races, and I got bit by the bug again. Well, how'd it go, dude?
All right, man.
You look good out there.
Dude.
That two-stroke sounded awesome.
What a fun ride, dude. I had a blast. Did you have a blast?
I did. When, you know what, I felt like 17, 18 years old again.
Well, dude, what a great track we have out here. We're lucky to have, you know, something so close for us to be able to come out and test and tune. And we got to thank Charlie for letting us come out and do a Rust is Gold test and tune.
Oh, yeah.
On the track.
Yeah.
And, man,
Charlie built a good track here. He's got the thing. This is happening.
I'm looking forward to the season, man. How about you?
I am too. I can't wait.
Man.
I can't wait.
Let's have a great season this year. Right?
Yes,
hey,
sir.
thanks for coming out, man. And quit trying to run me off the track.
Don't cut me off.
I'm running on caffeine, gasoline.
I happened to be going through the reviews, and I have to say my favorite was from a person that said, it's not that bad.